Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and never miss a new Fightmaster Yoga video.
All right, so welcome to class this evening. We're gonna do a heart opening flow and we'll begin just sitting up nice and tall. So I always like to have my hips a little bit higher than the knees. If you have a blanket or a block that you'd like to sit on, just grab it. If you're comfortable sitting just flat, it's fine, as long as your knees are also in agreement. So just let your hands rest on your legs, close your eyes, and begin to focus your attention on your breathing. So we'll begin our Ujjayi pranayama. That's a slight constriction in the back of the throat as you breathe. Making our breath both sthira and sukham, steady and comfortable. And then all weekend here at Angel Valley, we've been working with the same intention. So whatever your intention is, bring it to mind. And now say your intention to yourself as if it is already reality. So if you were working on being more mindful, you could say, I am so grateful that I am mindful. And let's bring our hands together in front of the heart, palms touch. And we'll offer up all of our intentions with an Om together. Exhale everything out. And inhale for Om. Release your hands and let your eyes softly blink open. And then make your way onto your hands and knees and table. And you can move your blankets out of the way because we won't be on our knees doing lunges at the moment. And then take your hips back to your heels and reach your arms forward. Good. And with your arms reaching forward, start to spread your fingers out. And then get a little more active in the arms, so begin to press down on the base of the fingers and lift up through the forearms and push the mat away with your hands so that your hips stretch all the way back toward your heels. So it's very active. And then like we worked on earlier today, start to turn your inner upper arms, your biceps up toward the ceiling, and then wrap your triceps down toward the floor. And as you do that, press a little extra weight into the thumb, first finger side of the hands. Good. Now keep your hands as if they're glued to the mat, and inhale, come up onto your knees. And then bring your chest forward, lift your chin and tailbone up. And then as you exhale, start to round your back, chin toward chest, and then take your hips back to the heels into child's pose. We're gonna do that a couple of times. So as you inhale, make your way up, drop your belly, lift your chin and tailbone, draw your shoulder blades gently toward the waist. And as you exhale, round the back, chin toward chest, pull your ribs and belly in a lot, and take your hips all the way back to the heels. Good. Once again, inhale to come forward. Bring your heart forward through the gates of the arms as you draw your shoulder blades away from the ears. And exhale to round the back, chin toward chest, and then hips to heels. Good. We'll pause here. Take a breath in. As you exhale, sweep your hands to your low back and either interlace fingers or hook thumbs there. Now roll your shoulder heads away from the floor. Take an inhale. As you exhale, start to lift your arms any amount toward the ceiling. As much as you can, though, soften the elbow joints. Good. So you let the elbow joints soften a little bit and let the shoulder muscles do the movement. Take one more breath here. Good. And then release your hands, unclasp, and reach them forward. Good. Take a breath in. As you exhale, walk your hands over to the right and take your hips off to the left. So stretch out the side body. Good. Take 2 long breaths here, finding space in the left side of the body. Good. As you inhale, walk your hands to center. Exhale, take them over to the left, hips over to the right. So now stretching through the right side body. Make sure to release any tension around the neck that might be creeping up there as you're making your movements. Good. Nice job. And then inhale, walk your hands to the center. As you exhale again, sweep your hands to the low back and take the other interlace or hook the other thumb. Inhale, roll the shoulders away from the floor. Exhale, start to lift the arms again, any amount. Good. For 3 breaths. Again, try to soften through the elbow joint and move from the shoulder muscle. 2. And 1, release that. Reach the arms forward once again. And just like before, spread out your fingers and get those very active arms. Start to press into the base of the fingers, lift up through the forearms, outer upper arms, triceps, spin down, inner upper arms, biceps, lift up. Press extra into the thumb, first finger side of the hand. And imagine you've glued your hands to the mat. They're flat like pancakes, and then come up onto your knees, tuck your toes, and stretch into down dog. So for this first downward facing dog, feel free to bend one knee and the other as you're warming up your hamstrings, although it's not your first down dog of the day because you've already done some this morning. You'll be amazed at how flexible you are this afternoon after practicing this morning. Good. Now bend both of your knees and stick your hips up really high. Pull your ribs and belly in. Good. Stretch your spine back, so pressing the weight up toward the hips, and now start to reach the heels toward the floor, any amount. They never have to touch. In fact, if they touch easily, maybe you need to walk out a little bit longer so you can get more space between the hands and feet. Good. As you take your next inhale, we'll lift the right leg back and up. And this time, let's bend the knee and open up the hip. Every once in a while, I know Annie was like, please, can we do that? Press evenly through the arms and the shoulders, and try and reach the left heel toward the floor. Good. Inhale, square off the hips. Exhale, lightly step the right foot up by the right hand and stand the ball of your back foot. And let's come into high lunge. Coming on up to high lunge, make sure the right knee is over the ankle. Let's bend the back knee, tilt the pelvis forward, zip in through the belly, put on your nice corset, the friendly kind, not the mean kind. And now straighten through the back leg. Reach up through arrow straight arms, still turning triceps forward, biceps back. Good, take a long breath in. And now exhale, bring your hands to the mat and make your way to plank pose. Good, top of a push-up. Knees can be up or down here. We'll shift the weight forward about an inch toward the shoulders and lower to the belly. Exhale. Good. Slide your hands by your low ribs. Press all 10 toenails down and come into low cobra as you inhale. Roll the shoulder heads back, widen the collarbones. Good. And then lower down. Exhale. Tuck your toes under. Knees can be up or down. Take a breath in. Exhale to plank. Knees up or down. And then lift the hips, come back to downward dog. Nice. As you take your next inhale, lift your left leg back and up. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip. Pressing evenly through the arms and the shoulders, reaching down through the right heel. Good. And then take the leg to straight, squaring off the hips. And exhale, step it up by the left hand. Stand the ball of your back foot and come up into high lunge. Make sure the left knee is over the ankle, pointing straight ahead. Then once again, we'll bend the back knee, tilt the pelvis forward, pull in through the low belly, and as you pull the left hip back, start to straighten the back leg. Lengthen up through all 4 sides of the waist. As you lengthen up, draw your front ribs down, reach up through the arms, but soften around the neck. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring the hands to the mat. Make your way to plank pose. Now you can move through chaturanga or just go to down dog. If you're moving chaturanga, you'll inhale to up dog or cobra, always your choice. And exhale to down dog. Good, stretching back here. Try and keep your inhales and your exhales equal in length. Good, how are these shoulders doing? Very good. Good. For 3 breaths. And 2. And take one more long breath in. Exhale it all out. Bend your knees, keep your hips high. Look past your fingers, lightly step or hop feet to hands. Inhale, bring hands to shins, halfway up. Exhale and fold over the legs. Bend the knees here if you need to. Press through the feet and inhale with a really long spine. Reach up nice and tall. Arms by ears, but remember, draw the front ribs down. Good. Exhale, Samasthiti. Come to the front of the mat in Tadasana. Feet together or hip socket distance apart. And inhale, reach up. Exhale, folding forward, hinging from the hips. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look up. Exhale, make your way to plank. Just step to plank for this one. Good, take an inhale here. Exhale, knees up or down, come to the belly. Hug the elbows in as you lower all the way down. Good, interlace your fingers or hook your thumbs at your low back. Roll the shoulders away from the mat. All 10 toenails press down. Inhale, lift into Shalabhasana. Lift the chest, lift the legs. As you lift the legs, spin the inner thighs toward the ceiling. Wrap the outer hips down toward the floor. Good. Breathe into the chest. Take one more breath. Good. And release. Come on down. Slide your hands by your low ribs. Tuck your toes. Take an inhale. Exhale up to plank, knees up or down. And to downward facing dog. Stretch back. Good. For 3 breaths here. So again, inhales and exhales equal in length. 2 breaths. Nice. One more long breath in. Exhale it out. Bend the knees, keep the hips high. Look past the fingers, lightly step or float as you inhale. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Fold as you exhale. Try to straighten the knees a little more maybe this time. Press down through the feet. Inhale with a long spine, stretching tall. Exhale to Samasthiti. Good. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, folding forward, hinge at your hip creases. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale again, step into plank. Good. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower to the belly. Hug the elbows in. Knees can always come down first. Interlace the other pinky or thumb on top. Roll the shoulder heads away from the floor. Pull the belly away from the floor. Inhale, lift to Shalabhasana. Good. So your pubic bone presses down gently to the floor. Hip bones lift toward low ribs. Lengthen your buns to your heels. Take one more breath. Keep the back of the neck nice and long. And release it down. Slide hands by low ribs, elbows up. Inhale. Oh, let's come into up dog this time. So inhale to up dog or cobra. Thighs and knees off the floor if you're in up dog. Good. Make sure shoulders are above wrists. Very nice. Exhale, tuck the toes for down dog. Good. Stretching back here. Good. Arms and ears in line. Press right into my fingers. There. Yeah. For 3. Now try and keep your hands just where they are, but you can bend your knees if you want to. 2. Good job. Good. One more long breath in. Exhale everything out. Bend the knees, look up, lightly step or hop feet to hands. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Press down through the feet, reach all the way up on your inhale. And exhale, Samasthiti. Good. I'm going to do a little balancing and tree pose. So find a spot to focus on something that isn't moving. Ground down through your left leg. As you're ready, pick up your right foot, take it anywhere below your knee or above your knee. Anywhere except for on the knee is great. Good. As you lift that leg, drop the right hip down, pin the left hip in. Whenever you're ready, inhale and add your arms. Let your shoulders release away from the ears. So if you're feeling super steady this afternoon, shift your gaze up toward the ceiling. If you're still really steady, close your eyes. If your eyes are closed, open them back up. Exhale, take the arms down and release the leg. Was anyone able to close their eyes and stay steady? No, me neither. No, me neither. Makes it really difficult. Right foot down. One day, though, I keep practicing. One day I think it's going to happen. Left foot either below or above the knee. So as you lift the left leg up, drop the left hip down, and then squeeze the right hip in. Add your arms whenever you're ready. So keep a steady focal point, something that's not moving. And maybe today is not the day you're feeling steady. So if not, just stay as you are. If you are, look toward the ceiling. If you're still steady, you could try closing your eyes. If they're closed, open them up again. Exhale, release the arms. And release the leg. Good job. Some days, of course, balance is easier than other days. Some days, especially for me, whenever I close my eyes, I have a really hard time balancing. But everybody does, I found out. It's not just me. Okay, so back to the front of the mat. And we'll inhale and come to Utkatasana, chair pose. So drop your hips down. Weight toward the heels, press the shins back, inner thighs spin toward the floor. And then exhale, belly to thighs, and then straighten the legs as much as you can. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look up. Exhale, this time you can step or float back. If you float back, land with bent elbows in Chaturanga, please. Really nice. On your inhale, come to up dog or cobra. As you exhale, make your way to down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts back and up from the inner thigh. Nice. Exhale, step it up by the right thumb. Again, we'll stay on the ball of the back foot and come into a high lunge. Good. Reaching up here, stretch up through the arms, and now we'll stretch our shoulders here. So turn your right palm back and bend your right elbow. Take your left hand either on top of the elbow or out to the side, thumb down, and sweep it behind your back. If you can't clasp your hands, don't worry about it. You can always hold on to your shirt, or you can always keep the hand on the elbow. But check your ribs. If they popped out, draw them back in and lift up through the back ribs. With the right elbow, point it straight up toward the ceiling and spin the tricep forward. Nice. Take another breath here. Good. Now from here, I'm just gonna inhale and take the back heel down, line up front heel and back arch. Keeping the arms in this position, instead of looking forward like we normally do in down dog, look straight to the side of your mat. Good. Make sure your right knee is over the ankle and moving toward the little toe side of your foot. Good. Next inhale, take the arms out to a T. Exhale here. Bend into the front knee. Keep the knee over the ankle as you reverse your warrior inhale. Exhale, bend the right knee. Good. Inhale, straighten the right leg, reverse triangle pose. Exhale here. And then this time we'll come up on your inhale, set up for triangle. If you like a little shorter stance, you can always walk it in. Hinge from your hip crease. Reach, reach, reach out and down. Take the right hand down to the shin, foot, floor, or block and stretch up through the top arm. Now see if you can lengthen from your right hip crease through your right armpit and get a little more length through the side body. And then as you inhale, reach your left arm toward the center of the room, right in line with the ear, palm down. And then exhale, sweep it in front of you and then behind the back. So just right to the low back. You can rest it at the low back or reach around and hook it onto your right thigh and see if you can roll your top shoulder back a little. So widening the collarbones and pressing shoulder blades toward the chest. Good. Put your head in my hand. Yes. For 3 breaths, keep pressing into the big toe mound of the right foot. 2. And inhale, take your left arm up toward the ceiling, look down to the floor, exhale. And then next inhale, come all the way up. Good, exhale, bend the knee over the ankle, warrior 2 just for a breath. Take an inhale here. Exhale, cartwheel your arms down and make your way into down dog any way you like. You can go right into it or you can come to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhaling, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhaling, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Your choice. Good. As you take your next inhale, lift your left leg back and up from the inner thigh. Exhale, step it all the way up by the left hand. Stand the ball of your back foot, coming into high lunge. Good, yeah. Bending that back knee, tilting pelvis forward, pulling in through the belly, and then stretching back as you reach up through the arms. Make sure the knee's pointed straight ahead over the ankle. Now turn your left palm back, bend your elbow. So just for a moment with this right hand, take it to your tricep here and turn it in towards your face. Good. Now you can keep this right hand on top of the elbow, or you can take it out to the side, thumb down, roll the shoulder forward to get it back there, and then roll the shoulder back. Nice. Now lengthen up through all four sides of the waist, drawing front ribs down, lifting back ribs up. Pull the right hip back and pin the left hip in. Good. Take another long breath here. Great. And now from here, you'll keep your arms just as they are, but drop your back foot down and line up heel to arch. Good. And then instead of looking forward like we normally do in Warrior Two, just look straight to the long side of the mat. Keep pressing the knee toward the little toe side of the foot, back thigh pressing back, inner thigh up. Good. Take just another breath here. And now inhale, reach your arms to shoulder height. Exhale here. And then dropping the right arm reverse. Exhale, bend into the left knee a little bit. Good. And now inhale, straighten the left leg, keep reversing, stay for the exhale. Inhale, make your way up. Set up for triangle pose. If you like a shorter stance, shorten it up a little. Hinge from the hip crease, reach, 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 get really long. And then take the left hand down to the shin, foot, floor, or block. Try and draw the left hip under you. Bringing bottom ribs forward, spinning top ribs back. And now we'll take that top arm and sweep it toward the center of the room, inhaling. And then exhale, sweep it forward in front of you and bring it behind your back, resting at the low back, or some of you might reach around and hook it onto the thigh. Let's try to bring this hand up a little bit higher here, and then we can do this. And remember, lean your head back. Good. Bottom ribs moving forward, top ribs back. Good. For 3 breaths here. Keep pressing into the big toe mound of the left foot as you draw the hip under you. 2. And inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, look down at your front foot. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, bend the knee over the ankle. Breath in here. Next exhale, windmill the arms down and make your way to down dog, either right into it or come to plank. And chaturanga. And inhale, pressing up. And exhale, stretching back. Good. Nice. Let's take 3 more long breaths here. If at any time you want to break, take your knees down into child's pose. That's always an option. Good. And 1 more long breath in. Exhale everything out. Bend the knees, keep the hips high, look up past the fingers, lightly step or hop feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Bend the knees, drop the hips, inhale, Utkatasana. Good. So keep the weight into the heels, press the shins back, inner thighs down, and this time we'll take hands to heart. As you inhale, lean forward and hook your left arm across. Good. Now look down at your knees. If your right knee went ahead of the left knee, pull your right hip back. And then inhale, see if you can find a little more length in your spine. As you exhale, maybe you can turn your torso a little bit more from the rib cage and the upper back. Good. Take 1 more breath here. And exhale, come to center, fold forward, straighten the legs. Good. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, bend the knees and reach the arms up by the ears again to chair pose. Good. And then bring hands to heart center. Take an inhale, creating length. As you exhale, right arm across to twist. And then take a look at your knees. Pull your right hip back if the right knee went ahead of the left. As you inhale again, you'll create length through the spine. As you exhale, keep your hips where they are and twist from above your waist. Good. Take another long breath here. Keep the weight in the heels. And then inhale, make your way to center. Exhale, fold forward. This time, let's take the feet hips width apart and grab the elbows and hang. Yep. And if you'd like, you can rock yourself gently side to side. Let your head just hang down, lengthen out your neck. Good. Let your arms hang down toward the mat. And lightly nod your head yes. And turn your head no. Take a slight bend in the knees, grab onto your hip bones with a nice long spine. Inhale, come back up to standing. And to the front of your mat with your feet together or hip socket distance apart. Good. I'm gonna do another balance. Garudasana. So we'll begin with the knees bent. This is eagle pose. We'll cross the left leg over the right. And I know you guys are gonna do what I'm oppositely doing because we're circle. So left leg over right. You can either cross it once over, or if you can get the foot to wrap around the calf, then cool. And then take the arms out to a T, right arm on top of left. So either you can touch your palms, backs of the hands, or touch your opposite shoulders. Good. Try and keep your shoulders and your hips pointed straight ahead. For 3 breaths, really nice. 2. And slowly release the arms and the legs. Very good. Okay. That was better than you thought was going to be, isn't it? Yes, bend the knees a little. So now we'll cross the right leg on top of the left. So again, you can cross it once, or if it'll wrap around the calf, you can wrap it around. And then arms out, shoulder height, left arm over right. So again, either palms touch, backs of hands, or you can touch the shoulders. If you're a little tight in the shoulders, touching the shoulders works great. Try and point your hip bones toward the center, toward the middle of the mat. For 3 breaths. Again, find a spot to focus on to help balance. 2. And release the arms, inhale, and release the legs back to Samastitihi. Excellent. Inhale again to Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, belly to thighs, and then straighten the legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look up. Exhale, step or float, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, press through the hands and feet, shoulders above wrists. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg back and up from the inner thigh. Exhale, step it by the right thumb. Again, staying on the ball of your back foot. Come on up into high lunge. Good. Make sure the knee is pointed over the middle toes. Good. Then from here, if you've got any knee issues, you'll stay right here. If your knees are great, just like we did earlier today, we're gonna bend that back knee. Exhale, keep the hips as low as you can and straighten it. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Keep the belly in. One more. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Get those hip flexors good. Then bring arms to a T. Left arm over right. Uh-oh, do you know where this is going? Find a spot to focus on. It's gonna help with your balance. Taking your time, whenever you're ready, you're gonna lean forward, take that back leg and wrap it around. Either once or around the calf. Excellent. One more breath. And then going back from where we came. Unwrap the leg, leaning forward, step it back enough so that knee is over ankle. And then reach arms up, inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down and make your way to down dog. That was great. A moment of gratitude for the fact that we only have 2 legs and we just have to do that one more time. Inhale, lifting left leg back and up. Exhale, step it up by the left hand. Stay on the ball of the back foot. Come on up into your high lunge. Good, reaching up, double check again. The knee is over the middle toes, right over the ankle. Good. So again, if this knee has any issues, then stay. If this knee is just fine, we'll exhale, bend the knee, straighten the leg, keep the hips low. Good, inhale, lower. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Good. Keep lifting through the belly, bring arms to shoulder height. Right arm over left. Find a spot to focus on. Start pressing into your front heel here. Whenever you feel steady, begin to lean forward. Take as many steps as you like. You don't have to do it all in one move. Wrapping the leg once or twice. And then hips and shoulders square to the front of the mat. Take one more breath. Good, now back the way we came. We'll unwrap it, leaning forward to step it back. Knee over ankle. Good job, reach the arms up. Inhale, exhale, bring the hands down, come to plank pose and pause. Good, knees up or down. We're gonna lower again to the belly. Hug the elbows in as you lower. Good, now bring your arms alongside your torso. Just palms facing in toward your legs. And then start to pull your belly away from the floor. Lengthen your buns toward the heels, pubic bone down. Inhale, lift into Shalabhasana. Good, widening the collarbones. Keep the back of the neck long. 3 breaths. Try to breathe more into the chest here. 2. And 1. Come down and rest. You can rest your forehead or take one ear down and rest. Good. Next one, we'll bring the arms forward in line with the ears, straight toward the center of the room. Palms face each other. Before you come up, again, lift your belly, pubic bone down, hip bones lift toward lower ribs. As you're ready, take an inhale to lift up. Good. So as you're lifting up, lift the inner thighs toward the ceiling. Imagine that you're holding a block between your inner thighs. Yes. For 3. And 2. And release. Rest your forehead or take the other ear down. Good. And then we'll do that one more time, and this time we'll have an option to go to Dhanurasana. So it's your choice whether or not you go into that, or you can stay with Shalabhasana. I know the Shalabhasana with the arms by the ears is a little harder, so you can also have the option of Shalabhasana arms by your sides. But let's start with arms by ears. So reach the arms forwards. Inhale, lift everything up into Shalabhasana. Good. So exhale, you can stay with this or swim the arms back, bend the knees and reach for the feet. If you've got the feet, keep your knees no wider than the hips. Lift up, press back. 3, nice work. And 2, and 1, release it down. Good work. Yeah, rest your forehead or you can take the other ear down. Good. Okay, last one. Let's bend the knees one more time. Reach for the little toe size of the feet. If that's too much to do this one again, keep your arms by your sides and stay with locust pose, Shalabhasana. Inhale, lift up when you're ready. Pull your belly away from the floor. Keep lengthening your buns toward the backs of your knees. For 3, knees no wider than hips. 2. And come on down and rest. Take the other ear down or the forehead. Good. And from here, take your hands by your low ribs, elbows point straight up to the ceiling. Inhale, come into upward facing dog, pausing a moment here. Look to make sure your shoulders are above your wrists, and then see if you can roll your shoulders back a little and open up the chest. Good. And then exhale, tuck the toes for downward dog. Nice work. Good. Stretch out your spine here, and then take a nice long breath in. Exhale it all out, bend the knees, look forward and come to seated. So lightly step or hop and sit. And then lie down on your back, but have your block handy, so so you know where it is. We're gonna set up for bridge pose. So as you come down, line up your heels under the knees. Make sure the outer edges of the feet are parallel, so your big toes will point in toward each other just a little. And heels under knees. Walk your feet a little closer to your torso, not to each other. Yeah, that way. Just like that. Press down into the heels. Before you come up, just do a little pelvic tilt. So lift your pelvis away from the floor toward the low ribs. Then pull your belly in. Next inhale, press to the heels. Lift the hips, the low back, the mid back, maybe the upper back. You can either grab the sides of the mat and pull and widen your collarbones, or you can roll your shoulders under and interlace your fingers. Good. As you're lifting up, spiral the thighs in toward each other and keep lengthening your sitting bones toward the backs of your knees. Chin away from the chest, nice long neck. One more breath here. And then come on down and rest with soles of feet together, knees apart, Supta Baddha Konasana. Put a hand on your heart center, hand on your belly. And think of 2 or 3 things that you are grateful for today. Let's bring the knees back up and the feet back to the floor, setting up again for bridge pose. So you can take bridge pose, or if you'd like to take Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward facing bow pose. Set of arms by your sides, you'll bring your hands up by your ears and the elbows point straight up. Before you come all the way up, pause at the crown of the head, line up wrists and elbows, and then start to press up. So whenever you're ready, taking bridge or come to crown of head, line up wrists and elbows, press up. Make sure your toes stay pointed in, good. And spiral the thighs in for 3 breaths. And 2. So if you're all the way up, bring your chin into your chest first and then lower down. If you're in bridge, roll yourself down. Again, soles of feet together, knees apart. Hand on the heart center, hand on the belly. This time, working with your sankalpa, your heart's desire. This is a great time to set that intention. What is it that you would like to bring into your life, or be, or do? Sky's the limit, whatever you like. Focus on what it is. And then say it as if it's already happened. I am so grateful that, whatever it is. Good. And let's bring the arms by your sides one more time, and the feet onto the floor, heels under knees. So again, you can take another Urdhva Dhanurasana, because the best warm-up pose for Urdhva Dhanurasana is Urdhva Dhanurasana. Or you can grab your block and take supported bridge, or do another bridge pose, your choice. So get yourself set up, arms by your sides, or grab your block, arms by ears. If you're coming up, remember, pause at the crown of the head, line up wrists and elbows, then straighten the arms. Good. See how much easier the second one is? You should see when you get to number 6 or 7. So easy. 3, 2. So if you're in supported bridge, you're welcome to stay. Otherwise, Urdhva Dhanurasana, chin to chest. Roll yourself down. And then if you're just in Urdhva Dhanurasana, find your block as well and take it to the base of the spine, right at the sacrum. You can start off at any height, low, medium, or high, tall, grande, or venti. Good. Arms by your sides is good. Yeah. Now, if you have your block at the highest level, put it to medium or low, just so it's more stable. And then next inhale, draw your knees in toward your belly and lift them straight up toward the ceiling. This will be our inversion today. So as you're lifting the legs up, you can either flex your ankles and keep your feet together, or if you're more comfortable doing the point flex, it's kind of a point where you press through the balls of the feet, you could do that as well. Good. And then just for fun, let's inhale and take the legs wide. Look at that, we have room. Stay for a long breath here. And then inhale, bring them back up. Good. And now begin to bend the knees, take the feet onto the floor, and lift up off your block, slide it out of the way, and hug your knees into your chest. And gently rock a little here, side to side. It's releasing the low back. You can also make little circles on your back. Now, if it's not too difficult for you, it's pretty easy to roll up and down your spine. Take 2 or 3 rolls up and down and then come to seated. If that doesn't work for you, roll to your right and press yourself up. Good. And then extending the legs forward. In Dandasana, let's bend the right knee, right sole of the foot to the left inner thigh. Pull the left toes back. And inhale, bring the arms up. As you exhale, hinge from your hips to come forward. Now inhale, create some length through the spine. Keep that length as you exhale. Just remember, it doesn't matter how deep you get in as long as you feel a stretch. If you feel a stretch, you know the blood is flowing, and that's what's important. And then inhale, lift your head. Exhale, release. Keep your legs in the same position. Bring your left hand behind you, right arm up. Inhale, nice and tall. As you exhale, bring your right arm across anywhere along the leg and twist. So on your inhale, create length through the spine. On your exhale, roll your left shoulder back and twist. And then inhale, bring your head to center. Exhale, unwind. We'll bring this leg straight out in front, sitting up nice and tall. Good. Now we'll bend the left knee, left sole of the foot to the right inner thigh. Pull the right toes back. Inhale, reach through the arms. Turn toward the straight leg. Hinge from the hips to come forward. As you inhale, lead with your chest and lengthen your spine. Good. Exhale to come forward any amount. So if your knee is up high, you can always pad it with a block or a blanket to support it. Nobody here has a high knee, but and then head up on your inhale and release as you exhale. Keep the legs in the same position, right hand behind. Reach up, inhale, get really tall, and exhale, take it across anywhere along the leg. As you inhale, again, lengthen the spine. On your exhale, roll your right shoulder back. And then head to center, inhale, unwind, exhale. Take the soles of the feet together, knees apart for Baddha Konasana. Hold on to your feet, turn the soles of the feet up toward the ceiling a little. That helps to open up the hips. Sit nice and tall. So in this one, we'll keep the spine long. For the first one, we'll round on the second one. So first one, you'll lead with the chest, hinging from the hip creases. That might mean that you don't really come forward. That's fine. If you can come forward and keep your spine long, then come forward a little bit. Let your shoulders relax. Let your jaw release. And then keeping the spine long, inhale, come up. And slide your feet forward. I'm gonna scoot back, but either way, if you have room, you'll slide your feet forward just so you're further away. Inhale, sit up, and now this one will round forward on the exhale, so the forehead toward the feet, let your head go. So this one we can get into the lower back a little bit more, especially after all of our back bending. Just make sure to release the shoulders away from the ears, good. Take 3 nice long Ujjayi breaths. And then inhale, come on up. And cross at your shins. And sit up on your blanket if you have it, or not. If you don't, if you're comfortable without it. But do you want something to sit on, or are you okay? You're good? Okay. Do you want something, or are you okay? Okay. All right. So now you're all comfortable with your shins crossed. Now switch the cross, so it's the opposite. We're going to do a little bit of Nadi Shodhana breathing to close our practice. So with your right hand, take your first 2 fingers down toward your palm. I know it's awkward. Okay. With your right thumb, close off your right nostril. Inhale just through the left. Now close both. Now exhale through the right. Inhale right. Close it off, hold. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close it off, hold. This time lift your belly muscles, lift your pelvic floor muscles, drop your chin slightly. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close, lift the belly, pelvic floor, drop the chin. Exhale left, release the belly and pelvic floor. So we'll inhale left. Close it off, hold. As you hold, now lift those bandhas, the belly, pelvic floor, drop the chin. Exhale right and release the belly, release the pelvic floor and chin. Inhale right. Hold, engage your bandhas. Exhale left, release the bandhas. Inhale left. Hold, lift your pelvic floor, belly, drop the chin. Those are your bandhas. Exhale right, release your bandhas. Release your right hand back down. Breathe through both nostrils. And then bring your hands by your hips and take your feet onto the floor. We're going to roll onto our backs. Does anyone need a tissue? No? Okay. So roll down onto your back. And once you get onto your back, hug your knees into your chest in Uttanasana. So knees into chest. And just draw your knees in and lengthen your sitting bones toward the floor. So you can stretch out your back. Good. And then as you exhale, make your way into Shavasana. Feel free to roll up a blanket to put under your knees like Lindsay is, or like Dina has a blanket under her head. You may also cover up with something, although it's pretty warm here. You might get chilly while you rest. The most important thing in Shavasana is to relax. So quiet mind and quiet body, Shavasana. where you are. Take a long breath in. As you exhale, begin to make movements in your fingers and your toes, your hands and your feet, your arms and your legs. Take a long stretch overhead. And then take the arms by your sides, bend your knees, take your feet onto your blanket or the floor, roll to your right. Pause a moment to thank yourself for taking care of your practice, taking care of yourself by taking your practice. And then use your left hand to press yourself up. Let your head come last. And take a comfortable seat and close your eyes. Rest your hands on your legs. Our quote today comes from the Tao Te Ching, 78th passage, translation by Dorian Israel. And Tao, spelled T-A-O, it means the way or the natural order of things. The Tao turns the tides and changes caterpillars into butterflies. Do you truly believe that it has less magic in store for you? Pay attention to what within you is beginning to awaken. The caterpillar can feel the essence of the butterfly even before it begins to emerge. Remember, butterflies are never born on the ground. This type of total transformation occurs only after an arduous climb up the trunk of the tree and a perilous trip out onto the barest branch. Risk is the cost of anything of real value. Create your own chrysalis of consciousness, a protective cocoon in which you realize yourself more wholly, dawning as a radiant light and awakening others in the same way. Let's bring our hands together in Anjali Mudra in front of the heart. And we'll close our practice with the divine sound of Om, exhaling everything out, and inhale for Om. Let's bring our hands to the forehead, reminding us to have clear and loving thoughts. Hands to the heart center, reminding us to have clear and loving intentions. And hands to the mouth, reminding us to have clear and loving communications, sending out this positive energy we created together to all beings everywhere. Namaste.